I have some struggle black dusted love from the comment section that I want to read to y'all, especially for my ladies that's dating for marriage, to help you to understand that you need to have standards and you need to have a code that you live by. Because if you do not, the struggle black love people will have you marrying struggle love. And in this age and time, I don't think any woman should choose a struggle man. I don't know how y'all do it. Don't you want better for yourself? Aren't you tired of struggling and just struggling? Well, if you choose struggle, you will struggle. Excuse me, your husband is a choice. I want to thank you for your love and your support. It's Thursday. Happy Thursday. Let's do the fashion show. The fashion show. I love you guys. Thank you for your love and your support. I'm going to play a few of the shorts I did, and I'm going to read some of the comments. Some of the comments you guys cannot see because they're in the back, and maybe they said something that YouTube didn't think it was offensive or something, or some of them they deleted. This one guy deleted his comment, but I took a screenshot before he deleted. Thank you for your love. 23,000 guys available on Amazon. You want a quick dating guide, 23,000 guys is what you need to pick up. All right. So let me just go ahead and jump in here, and I'm going to read some of the comments for you. Just a few of the shorts that I did, and ladies, why you should never struggle ever. One of the things I noticed is that you don't really hear black people, black women, black men telling other black people not to choose struggle love, right? You will always hear, get with him, struggle with him, and build him up. You don't read my content, you don't hear it. You don't hear people say, no, girl, it's better to stay by yourself than struggle alone. And there's a comment in there that she got married, struggle with a man, and the other girl, she's going to struggle by herself. Right? That's the norm. You don't hear people really telling women, girl, don't struggle with a man. Do not choose a man that you have to struggle with. Okay? So, maybe I should start from the beginning. Let's see here. Ladies, wait a minute. Ladies, remember when I told you to never date, continue to date, or marry a broke? So a few weeks ago, ladies, remember when I told you to never date, continue to date, or marry a broke man, because a broke man will break your life? Well, our family has attained a wonderful financial milestone, and I just did a video. And in the video, I talked about how both my husband and I both had a healthy relationship with money. We both were financially established. So when we came together, it was only a moment of time before we, bam, financial freedom and financial milestone. Never, ladies, choose a husband who you have to struggle with or build with. I know what the struggle black people tell you, but don't do it, because you don't want to be struggling. You don't want to have a life of struggle. You want to choose a man, a husband who has a healthy relationship, who is established, and who is accomplished in his own right. So when you come together, your life will be so easy. Be sure to check that video out. Let me know what you think. Ladies, remember when I told you to never build with a man, ladies, ever, never, ever, 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 ever. I know what all them couples on Black Love told you. I know what your struggling broke auntie told you. I know what the black communities tell you is to get with a man and build with him. Don't ever, ever, ever build with a man. You are not a construction worker. You are not supposed to get down in the dirt, in the pit, and build and struggle with a man. I share that our family has attained this wonderful financial milestone. And one of the things I talked about, how my husband was doing his thing independent before I met him, and I was doing my thing because we both had a healthy a healthy relationship with money. So ladies, you can't tell me a man is 35, 40, he's not established financially. And this is another reason why I am so against young people getting married, because at 19 and 20, 21, child, he ain't ready. He ain't established. Child, you're going to have to struggle with him in the dirt. And then when he get 40, he going to leave you. Don't do it. Never build with a man, ladies. Ever. Never, ever, 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 ever. Hey, y'all. So I just did a shorts that said why you should never build with a man. And then I mentioned 23 types of guys you might meet. Sarah Givens responded. She said, what worked for you may not work for the next. Everyone that gets married young don't get a divorce. I say, know your needs, express them. So I asked the question. So what are you saying? Are you saying women should struggle with men and build with men? Because 99.9999999% of young couple that gets married, they struggle because the man is not established. Now, there are a few that don't struggle because they came from money or they had generational wealth, so they didn't struggle. So my thing is, what are you saying? Are you saying women should struggle with men? Because getting married young, you're going to struggle because he's not established. I'm kind of confused. Ladies, never build with a man, ever. Don't. Hey, y'all. So I just did a shorts that said why you should never build with a man. And then I mentioned 23 types of guys you might meet. Sarah Givens responded. She said, what worked for you may not work for the next. Everyone that gets married. Okay, here it is. In response to the video I did, why you should never build with a man, I just did a short response to Sarah Givens' comment, but Lovebug says, ladies, listen to this. Find a hardworking man that is financially stable. He don't have to be rich, but hardworking and respectable. This is what I don't understand about Black people. Why is it when we say that a man needs to be established and accomplished, why does it mean he have to be rich? You can't find one of my videos or in any of my teaching or my content that I said a man should be rich. Because all of my years of praying for a husband, I've never prayed one time for him to be rich, just for him to be established, stable, be able to provide and to protect and to provide for me independent of me and don't need me to pay no bills. Because I'm not about to marry you, do freaky stuff with you, carry your baby, nurse the baby, wash, cook, and clean, and pay bills. Who does that? Girl, bye. Okay, guys. So those are hold on, y'all. Those are the shorts I did, and I'm going to read some of the comments. And this is how you need to be mindful of who you listen to, right? Make up in your mind what it is you want. In my class, 23 types of guys you might meet, in my husband profile course, I tell women, figure out what you want. It's figuring out what you want. So some of the comments, this one comment that he deleted because I don't see it. His name is Jesus Christ. I guess a knockoff of Jesus Christ. Under the video I did, why you should never build with a man, 23 times guys you might meet. He said this mentality breeds 25-plus-year-old men who can't commit. I know because I'm one of them. I've had 4 major relationships in my life. In the past, my plan was to become a dentist and be supported by my girlfriend. I'm going to read that again. My plan was to become a dentist and be supported by my girlfriend who was going to cosmetology. I don't know if that meant going to cosmetology school. We didn't have supportive family. So he wanted his girlfriend who was going to cosmetology school or be a cosmetology to support him while he goes to dentist school. She cheated on me after 3 years. I dropped out since I couldn't afford life on my own. I just dropped out because I could not afford life on my own and became a truck driver. Bought a house, 2 relationships filled with nonsense, arguments later, and we get to my ex-fiance, who was so convinced I was out of her league that she self-sabotaged the relationship into the ground. Now, 10 years of trying my hardest to make my love life work and giving endlessly to the women I've loved, I refuse to commit at 27. Why would I get married at 29 when I can finance a duplex, live in it while it pays for itself, and date an endless stream of 20 and 25-year-old women who think they're winning by dating a successful guy? I'm not going to commit to them. All the women I was willing to commit to have already lied, cheated, stolen, and argued their way out of my life. First of all, whenever a woman self-sabotage herself out of your life, she really didn't like it. She was just trying to get away with you, and she want to plant the seed in your mind that she's self-sabotaged. Ladies, these are the men that's out here. They want you to support them. You going to dentist school, you're not supposed to be in a relationship. You can't support a family. You can't support a woman. What are you talking about? You want her to take care of you and put you through medical school? A girlfriend? But this is what we're taught in the Black community and the Black church. Get with him, struggle with him, build him up. And then they put all these people on TV in front of you to show you, look, she struggled with her husband, and then they finally made it. Let me go back and read some of the comments. I'm just trying to show you what's out here, ladies. And then under my other video where I said, should women struggle with men by getting married young? The struggle unites. DNC Munn said, the struggle provides a common challenge, a focus on exterior so the couple can bond. You mean trauma bond? When both accept the challenges as not their fault, stay united against the lack their marriages. See, I'm not about to accept a challenge to struggle to stay with the man. And I post in the community tab, these are the lies the Black community tell you, Black people tell us, and the Black church. And the comment, the post was, the greater the struggle, the greater. Child. I'm going to read that for you. You see, a lot of people, especially women, you're too easily swayed. You get swayed into struggle love. And you don't want to get swayed into struggle love, because struggle love will break your life. I keep telling y'all that. Kelvin says, the greater the struggle, the greater the reward. These are the lies. I said, these are the lies Black people tell us and the Black church. They tell you lies, right? They tell you the greater the struggle, the greater the reward. We have plenty of women that had a woman struggle with him. I guess he meant men. And when he got on his feet, they blessed their lady because they knew that they wasn't with them because of the money. And just because they're financially established, when you meet them, doesn't mean that they'll always be in the light. Moral of the story, just follow your heart. So you see, struggle. And he gonna bless you. Put him through medical school, and when he get on his feet, he gonna bless you. No, that was his mama and his daddy's job to put him through medical school to help him to become. It is not your responsibility, ladies. Stop taking up men that you have to struggle with and build up, and believe the lies. The greater the struggle, the greater the reward. You will never respect that man. You will always remind him and tell him how he's nothing without you. If it wasn't for you, he wouldn't have been here. You put money in his pocket, shoes on his feet, clothes on his back, roof over his head. You put him through medical school. This is why I can't watch Black love, because to me, it's struggle love. But those are the couples they put behind. See how they struggled? I see how they struggle to be together. Now one of them made it. Look, they're happy. So now we plant that seed in your mind. Struggle with the man. Get a man and struggle with him. And one day, one of y'all's going to hit it. He's going to become a rapper. And he's going to take care of you. But you don't hear people saying, don't struggle with a man. Choose a man who has become the best version of himself. If he's still trying to establish himself and build, he's not ready. And you can't find it in the Bible that a woman struggled with a man. You can't find it. When Jacob went to Laban to marry Rachel, Laban asked him, how are you going to take care of my daughter? And Jacob had to work 7 years to establish himself in Haran before he could marry Rachel, and work an additional 7 more years for her. You can't find it in the Bible, y'all. Intelligence 75 says the greater the struggle, the greater the reward. Absolutely. So why don't the man struggle to marry the woman? I know plenty of men who struggle to obtain their woman, and later on he released them a blessing. I read that one already. Linda says it goes both ways. We struggle together. I'm not sure. Uplift each other. We get to where we want to be. No. Marriage is to be enjoyed and not endured. And a lot of people are enduring their marriage. Hey, Sad Sacrifice. Hey, girl. She says, thank you for clarifying and confirming. For the people, I think the expectations you state are for husbands and wives is more than fair to grown people. See, replace responsibility and role in providing of a husband to his role. He cannot fulfill his role as a husband. Why are you marrying a man that can't fulfill his role? You gonna help him to fulfill his role? Denise says, this is fat. Many examples I have of this. I say, this is under the video, why you should never build with a man. Listen to this mess. Under the video I did, why a broad man will break your life. Never marry one. Defender 420, listen to this. A wise preacher once said to me, any woman who frowns on me because I do not have a lot of money, the same woman does not love me. God gave me wisdom that he was absolutely right. Why you got to have a lot of money? And let me tell you, a lot of money is just paying the rent. See, these are the things they're telling y'all in the Black church. So he's going around looking for a woman who will love him for him, and he cannot fulfill his role. This is why we're so broke in the Black church, Black community. We busted. We ain't got nothing because we keep continuing the curse. We keep telling these lies, spewing these lies. I just saw a couple, a family, got 5 kids, babies on the way any day now, and they're on the streets, literally, in Texas. And they're not even married. And this girl had 5 babies and 1 on the way for this man who can't even put a roof over her head. That's struggling with the man, baby. They are on the streets, literally on the streets. They haven't paid rent since January. And they're on the streets. They're outside the house. The people put them out on the house. People's trying to get together to find them somewhere because the baby is coming. She could literally have that baby right now on the street. That's what struggling with a man will get you, ladies. That's what not making sure a man is established and can provide for you and marry you. That's what struggling with a man is. But y'all love these stories. Oh, we split 1 banana 55 ways. And look at us now. Thank you, Lex. wrong for telling Black women, don't do it. Don't sign up for the struggle love. Listen to this, Dusty. Warren Walker, y'all women always think y'all got it figured out. When I got with my wife, I had nothing. You ought to be ashamed. You should even put this on social media. But this is what they tell Black women. This is what they spew so you can see a vision. Say, oh, if I get with him, he gonna make it one day. With him, I had nothing, and I was job to job, paycheck to paycheck, with struggled for 6 years. Now, if you took the husband profile course, I'd say, don't marry no man that can't keep no job. But these are the stories they're told to get you, oh, if I could struggle with him, he gonna make it. And we struggled for 6 years, and I started my business from nothing, and now 7 years later, she retired at 35 and will never work again. Thanks to the once broke man. All a man wants is a woman who will stand firm by his side. That's your mama. Your mama should stand firm by your side. You shouldn't even be trying to get a woman, and you're broke, you're job hopping. Granted, maybe in your 21, 22, 23, you're job hopping because you're trying to figure it out. This once broke man, all a man want is a woman who will stand firmly by his side. Your mama is to stand by your side and help you get on your feet, not a woman. Through thick and thin, and most important, give him words of encouragement and tell him he's doing a great job. It means everything. Your mother. That's not the responsibility for a woman, and you have her struggling. But again, these are the stories that push to the Black community. Look, even though they struggled for 6 or 7 years, look, girl, they finally made it. You don't hear no story of a couple that had their stuff together, that got together and loving and provide. No. It's all struggle love, y'all. Struggle Black love. Hey, Gone Rogue. She said, I'm so glad to come back from summer vacation to hear your good news, because the Janice, you're right. Everything you said in this video. If I did not marry my dusty husband, I could have probably be right up there with you. I so wish I had known about you before I listened to church folks and married that bum broke man. A lot of them church folks was trying to get me to marry bums. But I read that Bible, and I knew it wasn't in there, and I had a vision for my life. Sacrifices. I don't understand the honor in building or struggling with a man. It's not always a Black thing either, because some women of other race are willing to do that. You're absolutely right. RR says, and that's why you aren't and never will be married. RR also say all women should do what you did, Janice, have children out of wedlock with deadbeats, and then hope that a man is dumb enough to marry you later. Ooh. Apparently no one has ever told you, this a chick, is that when you are looking for a husband at a young age, you are supposed to be looking for an older man, older, more established man. Not a man in his early to mid-20s. Men at that age aren't usually ready for families. Listening to James will keep you unmarried and alone. Apparently, he hasn't listened to me, and he don't know my content. Salima says, I got married when I was 20 and he was 24, and we struggled together in the beginning, and we built a good life together. And all my friends that had an attitude like you just struggled by themselves. So it's better. What she's saying is, it's better to struggle with a man than struggle by yourself. So Sister Sass came back and says, Salmina, I don't have an attitude, and I didn't struggle like your friends. If it worked out so well for you, I don't know why the defensiveness, because she's still struggling. That's why. And And this is the response I did to that video. Ladies, listen to this man. Find a hardworking man. Financially, he don't have to be rich. Why in the Black community, when we want a man to provide, he has to be rich? Because like I said, I never prayed for a rich husband. I never did. I wanted a man who was established in his own right, who could provide a good life for me and my kids, a comfortable life, a man that I can submit to and honor and praise, and a man I didn't have to struggle with. The Guinevere, she says, I'm now 30 and won't date financially unstable man. Thank you. But I'm sure you did that throughout your whole life, girl, and now you're seeing it don't work. I did think building together was the goal, but men aren't stable by this time. Exactly, because that's what they push in the Black community. Build together and struggle together, and he don't even have cement for the foundation, but y'all supposed to build together. Men are still by this time are have irresponsibility in the past, because I honestly don't know many of any guys who haven't had over 30, 40 at some point and did whatever they chose with it. Buy Gucci, buy name brand, wanted to look rich, have no savings, no investments, no retirement, nothing. That is ghetto, hood, niggerish, poverty mentality. Lily's Kitten says, my girlfriend got mad at me because I said a broke man will leave you in poverty. He sure will. See what the devil does, right? What the devil does, he does the same thing that he did with Eve in the garden. He tell you some truth, but mostly lies. So when you don't know, you'll believe, because one thing is true, you think everything is true. This is why they push struggle Black love in front of you. And they give you that vision and say, look, they struggle together and they make it. But the 99.99999% don't work. And I'm trying to get Black women to stop choosing men you have to struggle with, baby. Don't do it. Lovebug responded, yes, there are successful stories of couple building from bottom, but for every one story, I can tell you about 5 women that tried this and it didn't work. In fact, I've tried it several times. Lovebug, you need to take my course. And always end up bad. What I have learned is men choose better partners when they are established, because they won't be looking at you as a come up or someone to tag along till they make it. Men seek respect, and it is usually found when a woman sees that they are doing well for themselves without a woman. Exactly. Jacqueline says, thank you so much. DDD6228, she says, this is a whole word. We have to be smart about who we marry. Other nationalities, make sure to marry well, someone who can take care of them. Tronda says, awesome video. I've been had the aha moment. LOL, we know you be speaking the truth. Thank you, babe. Don't do it. Bab says, Jan, should make so much sense. I appreciate you and your teachings. I will continue sharing this. Thank you. Don't do it. Again, the devil will put these little pictures of people who struggle together and make it, and they tell you, oh, you can struggle with a man. Let me tell you, of all the girls I went to school with and was in church with, that all chose men they had to struggle with, they're either on husband and wife, number 2 or 3, or is still struggling. Out of all the girls, every girls and guys I went to school with, grew up in church with, I was the only one that got married late and said, I'm not about to struggle with a man. I can't do it because it's not in the Bible. You can't find it in the Bible. So ladies, when I tell you don't do it, don't do it. But I wanted to read those to show you how they want to paint this picture that struggling is this glorious and this wonderful thing, and he will love you. You know, they used to tell me, so what if he can't read? Teach him to read, and then he gonna love you. So in my marriage, I'm gonna be a teacher? And what do you do when he mispronounced a word? Do you slap him upside his head or what? So I got to teach my man to read and teach my kids to read and do that? I was struggling by myself, me and Lexi, and then I need to get married and struggle with the man? Don't do it, ladies. Do not do it. Please don't do it. Because you'll make a mess of your life. And you will end up being resentful and bitter. And again, marriage is to be enjoyed and enjoyed and not endured. A lot of women are enduring their marriages. They're struggling. Struggling with a man. Don't do it. This is why y'all should have signed up for the My Husband Profile course that I will be teaching again next year. And Dating is for Data. That's coming out very, very soon. But 23 Types of Guys is a wonderful book for you to learn about the different types of guys you can meet. There's lots of different types of men. There are men who actually did the work to provide. Do y'all know when I use my debit card to get anything to eat, to buy lunch, my husband get upset at me? My husband don't want me to spend not a penny of my money to do anything I need to do for me. Nothing. You see this dress I have on? Here, give me $100. He's like, baby, here you go. I don't need nobody trying to buy you no lunch today. My husband, his best friend has a restaurant. When I go there, he be mad if I pay for something. He mad. He get upset. There are men, ladies, who prepare themselves. The same way you're preparing yourself to be a wife, there are men out there who prepare themselves to be a husband and provide and protect. This is why you need to learn how to properly date. You need to read 23 types of guys you might meet to learn how to properly date, how to gather data on a man, how to not get with a man, the first man you meet, and make him your man. But y'all not ready. Y'all not ready. When my husband told me, I love you, I said, thank you. Take me to Wall Street, give me the W-2, send me down to the bank, show me your savings, let me see the investments, give me the credit report. Y'all not ready for that. Y'all not ready for that kind of truth and seriousness about the husband you choose. You're not ready, girl. But I got to go, boo. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Let me know what you think about the dust is in the comments, child. Bye.